Live from your station for breaking news, this is CBS 21 News, live at 11 now in high definition.
Good evening, I'm Jason Bristol. Weather is always first here on CBS 21. Let's go to the First Warning Weather Center with meteorologist Kirk Clyde. Kirk?
Jason, next couple of days, best way to describe our forecast is going to be wet, then sweat. In your 7-day coming up.
Kirk, thanks so much. Police in Lancaster County are on a manhunt tonight, looking for 2 men involved in a shooting this afternoon. Those men are considered armed and dangerous. Everyone in Columbia Borough should be careful. Here's some video from the scene of the shooting. It happened on Blunston Street. Now, the man who was shot in the back. He's at the hospital right now in serious condition. Police looking for 2 Hispanic males between the ages of 18 and 21. One is wearing a gray tank top, has a tattoo of stars or circles on the side of his face. The other has a red T-shirt and a ponytail. They took off toward Columbia High School and Laurel Hill Cemetery, but police unable to track them down. People living in this neighborhood obviously uneasy now with the shooters still on the loose.
It's scary. I have 2 kids that play on this street and other kids that play around the block come play on this street. It's scary. I'm afraid to let my kids play on the street now.
And again, these men are considered armed and dangerous, so call police if you see them. And another shooting in Lancaster County this afternoon, this one in Lancaster City, where a man tried to rob a 19-year-old, shooting him in the leg. And when police responded, the victim was already at the hospital. And tonight, that suspect is on the loose as well. The statue is staying, but the halo is already gone. Joe Paterno's statue will not be taken down, at least not now. According to a story from ESPN, the trustees at Penn State don't want to make any rash decisions, and while some may want it removed down the line, other trustees believe it should stay up forever. As for that halo, the one above Joe Paterno's head on that mural at Penn State, it was removed today by the artist who painted a blue ribbon on Paterno's lapel, a sign of support for victims of child abuse. This coming after the Free Report, which revealed Joe Paterno knew more about what Jerry Sandusky was doing than what he had claimed. Also today, the New York Times says Joe Paterno called an audible of sorts, changing his contract with Penn State shortly after meeting with the Sandusky grand jury in January of 2011. And the Board of Trustees knew nothing about this. By August, Paterno and Graham Spanier, the old school president, reached an even sweeter deal that would pay Joe Paterno $3 million at the end of the 2011 season if he agreed to retire. The change came as a surprise because Paterno's old contract was through December of 2012. Eventually, the board fired Paterno, but he received nearly everything in that new contract, a package that was worth $5.5 million. And that story just adds more fuel to the fire now that Joe Paterno and the football program at Penn State was all powerful. The Free Report also concluded that Paterno was one of 4 key people to show a, quote, callous and shocking disregard for child victims. It's the culmination of hundreds of interviews and millions of controversial emails. Elizabeth Corden has another look at the Free Report findings.
It's another blow to Penn State University. The findings of the Free Report, an internal investigation into how the school handled allegations of child 15-year period. He's in jail awaiting sentencing. I'm Elizabeth Corden reporting.
So now where does the university go from here? The Penn State Board of Trustees met yesterday. The report's recommendations were obviously the main focus. The Free Report found the Board of Trustees didn't do its job either, failing to properly oversee the administration, and recommended over 100 changes. At this meeting, Penn State President Rodney Erickson told the board the recommendations are now a roadmap to help the university continue to move forward. Board Chair Karen Peets promised changes would begin immediately.
Beginning here and beginning today. Today, we will consider a number of immediate next steps with the objective of ensuring that a collapse in leadership of this magnitude never happens again.
And Rodney Erickson also said there will be a new website launched called Progress PSU to document these changes. A gas station was held up in Franklin County. Police are still looking for the guy who did it. It happened Friday morning at Talum's Gas and Diesel, 2300 block of Buchanan Trail West in Antrim Township. Now, police say the suspect pulled into the station, started talking with the attendant, then got out of his car, pulled a gun, and robbed the worker. The suspect is described as this: tall, thin, black male wearing a reddish-orange baseball cap and white T-shirt and dark-colored shorts. He was driving a maroon-colored Toyota Camry. Anyone with information should, of course, contact state police. Wildfires have been tearing through the western states, and while we haven't had any major ones here, our firefighters are ready. Reinforcements are headed that way, lending a hand to those battling fires in Northern California. Kirk?
One of those days that most folks don't complain about. Weather actually a little better than forecast. By the time we got the rain out of here in the middle of the day, it wasn't all that bad, although the clouds did hang around. Few showers to the west of us. I think there could be a few more as we go through the night and into Sunday. A scorching Monday. How hot is it going to be? The answer is coming up for you in your 7-day forecast.
But first, we have winning lottery numbers. The daily number 391, the big four 6846. Two quinto numbers tonight, 52550 and 65771. Cash 5, 17, 22, 32, 37, and 42. We'll be right back.
You're watching CBS 21 News live at 11, now in high definition.
If you wanted a wild horse or a donkey, Annville was the place to be. It's all part of the Wild Horse and Burro program, which has been around for over 40 years, working to find wild horses a safe new home. This time, 24 horses and 8 burros from Utah, Oregon, Nevada, California were all up for adoption. They were all checked out by vets and given their necessary shots. Organizers tell CBS 21 News today that 11 of those horses were adopted. They're heading west to help out. 40 firefighters boarded a plane today at Harrisburg International Airport to help fight those fires out in California. Those firefighters are from Central PA and Ohio, and they're joining 60 others from other states, all heading to Northern California now to help fight the wildfires in the Shasta Mountain region.
They're going to the Flat Fire in the Northern California. It's in Shasta Trinity National Forest. So it's a really rugged area in the northern part, pretty close to Oregon.
And we're told Pennsylvania firefighters are typically asked to help in situations like this because of their superior training compared to other states. Well, we've had heat, and guess what? More heat is on the way. Kirk is in next with your first warning forecast. Stay with us.
You're watching CBS 21 News live at 11, now in high definition.
Right now on CBS 21 News at 10 on the CW15, a school bus goes head-on with a tractor trailer, flips onto its roof with dozens of students aboard. One of them is describing everything he saw, plus an agreement reached in a push to privatize the lottery. But the deal isn't sitting well with everyone. How you are responding. And a CBS 21 News exclusive, a popular charity golf tournament in the crosshairs of the state once again for saying it's donating to cancer research, but not actually doing it. We have the paperwork that proves it. Your news starts right now.
This is CBS 21 News at 10 on CW15 with first warning weather first at 10, now in high definition.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Jason Bristol. Of course, weather is always first here on CBS 21. Let's go now to Chief Meteorologist Tom Russell. He's in the First Warning Weather Center. Tom?
And Jason, big changes. If you like springtime, you're going to like where we're headed with the 7-day in just minutes. Jason, back over to you.
Thanks, Tom. Our top story, a horrible start to the weekend for some kids from Adams County. Their school bus colliding with a truck this afternoon, then flipped over onto its roof. We first broke this story to you on our website. Kept you updated from 5 to 6:30 right here on the air. None of the students were seriously hurt, but the truck driver is in critical condition. The students were from Bermudian Springs, and new tonight, they're telling us exactly what happened. CBS 21 News' Jesse Knutson has been following this story all day and night. He joins us live now with the Adams County Mobile Newsroom in Gettysburg with the story. Jesse.
Jason, there were 33 students on that day that he was speeding and could face some traffic fines. Reporting live with the Adams County Mobile Newsroom in Gettysburg, Jesse Knutson, CBS 21 News.
Well, as we said, an investigation into the bus crash is underway. As soon as any new information is released, you can count on us to bring it to you both right here on the air and online at CBS21.com. Tonight, we have a CBS 21 News exclusive. It raises more than $800,000 a year for cancer research. But recently, that money was not going to cancer research, and we have the paperwork now showing the state of Pennsylvania has fined the Jake Gitlin Memorial Golf Tournament $20,000 for breaking state law and a previous agreement with the state. The tournament has agreed to finally donate $3.3 million to cancer research at Penn State. The state found that money raised by the tournament from 2007 through 2011 was never donated for cancer research, despite the tournament's claims. The man in charge of this tournament is Warren Gitlin. We tried reaching him for comment tonight, did not call us back. According to the last tax return we could find from 2010, his organization was sitting on more than $9.2 million. Now, his tournament was fined back in 2006 as well. And back then, he agreed to turn over $4 million of money to cancer research. In this new settlement, Gitlin, with the state, he claims that he believed that $4 million amount from that previous settlement would count as money paid to his cancer institute. Your Pennsylvania lottery will now be run by a private company from Great Britain. That starts next week after an agreement was reached today. We first broke this story at 5 tonight. You are weighing in on this decision. The lottery contract has been awarded to Camelot Global Services, the only bidder. This sale has been in the works over the past couple of months. The governor, Tom Corbett, pushed for this deal because he believes it will help bring in more money for senior citizens. But state lottery employees are upset. They are suing to block this agreement. A public hearing is set for Monday. So what's your take on all this? Well, many of you are not happy with this deal either, and you are sounding off on our Facebook page. Danielle says, absolutely ridiculous. An agency that gives us money and works, and he's going to give it away? Stupid, stupid. Now, what about the people that work there? Jacqueline comments, I hope they still have the program set aside to help the seniors. And here's another one. Not spending any more money now on the lottery. Don't win anyway. We want to know what you think, so head over to our Facebook page and leave us your comments. You can find it by going to CBS21.com. New at 10, if you were stuck in traffic tonight, this could be the reason. In Perry County, crazy chain reaction crash on Route 322 has several people recovering tonight. Follow me on this one. Police say a car was trying to make a left out of a Sheetz to go east towards Penn State when another vehicle going westbound slammed into that car. The car was sent into the westbound lane, was then hit by a tractor trailer, which then struck another car. Police say 5 people taken to the hospital. The accident backed up traffic for miles. Keeping an eye on the economy tonight, have you noticed your paycheck is a little lighter than usual? How could you not? So what happened? Well, the payroll holiday tax has expired, and that means everyone is paying more for Social Security and bringing less home. But exactly how much less? Financial experts say if you're making $30,000 a year, you'll see about $50 less a month. What about $50,000? That's $83 a month less. And at $100,000, that will cost you $167 a month. The flu epidemic rages on. Health officials say it's spreading fast too, but is the worst over? And Tom?
And weather-wise, we're watching that rain move on out, and then eventually we will get to some much warmer air. We'll have details in your First Morning Forecast straight ahead.
But first, here are tonight's winning lottery numbers. The daily number, 459, Big 4, 0610, Quinto, 91746, and Cash 5, 10, 11, 15, 25, 40. We have continuing coverage tonight of the nationwide flu epidemic. Government health officials releasing new numbers on the flu today, and guess what? It's more widespread than before. Here's a look at where people are getting the virus around here in the Susquehanna Valley. Lancaster is at the top of the list with over 500 cases, and they've already had 2 flu-related deaths. But as CBS 21's Randall Pinkston reports, there is actually some good news.
The flu is now widespread in all but 3